What's up, YouTube family? It's your girl Emma, and I'm back with another chat with Emma. Well, y'all not gonna see my face today because I'm at the park, and so I'm going to give you all a different view. Let y'all watch the duckies as we chit chat about, do you believe in discipline your child with a, we're gonna say spanking, okay? I don't know, spanking, whooping, whatever that you choose to put in there. Now listen y'all, listen. This is not to throw stones on nobody, not to tell you how you raised your child was the wrong way and was the right way. It's nothing like that. Let me put that in the disclaimer before I even start. Because see, when I talk freely. I talk how I feel, my opinion versus anybody else's opinion, okay? We can agree or disagree. To me, y'all, there is no book or manual to tell you how to raise your children. You know, you raise your children as they grow. That's the way that I see it, as they grow. Now, if you got a child that from conception into the birth canal, coming out the womb, from not knowing who they are, not knowing that they even exist, from 1, 2, 3, 4, and on up to they are an adult to move out of your home. If you can raise your child without laying a finger on them, hey, more power to you. Kudos to you. You get a brownie for it. I am not knocking that at all. I would love to, for the whole world to be able to raise their children without spanking them or whooping them or whatever that you want to say, okay? But we live in the reality. We live in a reality world, okay? And for those that don't, I have never, ever, not once had to raise their voice at their kids saying, no, stop that, get away from that. If you never, ever in your life had to say that to your children, kudos to you, you get a brownie cookie for it. If you never, ever, ever in your life had to put a spank, a tap on the finger, or having to take a belt, or I like to call jack them up, meaning like yank them up by their collar. If you never, ever, ever had to do that in your life to your children as they was growing up, kudos to you, baby. I'm not making fun of it. I'm not talking about you. I'm not making light up the situation, because this is going to be a real discussion, okay? Because I know some people like to kind of turn their nose up at people that discipline their kids, and I don't think that's right. Because see, I discipline mine. I discipline my grandkids, okay? I don't think it's right for those to turn their nose up and say, well, I would never hit my kids. You teaching your kids how to be violent. No, you're not. No, you're not. First of all, let's get this out the way. All kids are not all the same, okay? They all grow up, meaning as in they all started to crawling, all of them started to walking, falling down and getting back up. But all kids are not all the same. I wish that they were, but they're not. You got some kids that you can just look at them the wrong way and they'll straighten up. Kudos to you that have those type of kids. But don't make light of and don't put down that people that actually discipline their children. Don't do that, okay? For those that have not ever once put their hands on their kids, honey, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it too. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. I'm happy for you. God bless you. That's wonderful. That's a beautiful thing, and that's real talk. Now, let's talk about those that do discipline their kids by spanking them or whooping them or jacking them up. I like to call it jacking it up, meaning as in not taking your fence or punching them in the face. I have never did it to my kids. I have never did it to my daughter, because I only have one and I have 3 grandkids. Let me put their ages out here. So when I get to tell you how I discipline my grandkids opposed to how I discipline my daughter, let me put it out there. I have a 16-year-old that's soon to be 17 years old, okay? She's going to be 17 October the 3rd. And most of you all know who she is. She's Diana. And Diana got an attitude on her, okay? Now, did Diana have a little attitude on her when she was 2, 3, and 4, and 5? No, she did not. She's the perfect little girl, the perfect little grandbaby. Did she have when she was 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10? No, she did not. She was a perfect little girl. Did I have to spank Diana when she was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? No, I did not. Did I have to jack Diana up when she turned 12? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Why? because Deanna started smelling herself a little bit. She wanted to get smart. Did I talk to her first before I did that? Yes, I did. I said, hey, baby, listen. Now, I don't know what's going on with you at school, and I know you're going through this puberty thing. You're getting ready to be 13 years old. Hey, but see, Gammy can't have you talking back like that, baby. That's not going to work. Now, that's what I did with mine. Now, somebody else, I don't know. But like I said, this is Chat with Emma. This is just a discussion, okay? Remember, y'all, this is just a discussion. I don't want any of my YouTube family members to take anything personal when I'm saying like I'm talking to you directly. Now, I'm talking to you like you here with me. We're having a discussion, so sometimes it might feel a whole lot person, like I'm talking about you, but I'm not. What I'm trying to say is that I'm talking with you all, okay? This is Chat with Emma. Like I said, I got a lot of things I like to talk about, but I know sometimes not everybody can really take my conversation with a grain of salt. And for you all that can, I appreciate you all. I really do. And I'm very sensitive to some of those that kind of get their feelings involved when you shouldn't have, because it's not about that. This is just a discussion, and this is a real discussion about real life. And I know some of y'all fully understand what I'm saying. And I know I keep saying certain people's names because I know they get what I'm saying. I know they get it. And number one is Sister D in the house. I know Sister D feel what I'm talking about. I know she do. Sister D got grown kids just like I got grown kids. Sweet Sadie J got grown kids just like I got grown kids. My kid is 35. Okay, my kid is not 17. My kid is not 25. My kid is not 22. My daughter is 35, soon to be 36. I'm not bragging about. Well, I am gonna brag about it because I raised her, and I'm in her life, and I'm doing the best that I can do as a mother to an adult child, not an adolescent, not a teenager, not a preemie. When I say preemie, what I mean preemie like 2, 3, 4 years old. That's what I mean when I say preemie. For somebody to get it out there, oh, she talking about preemie babies. No, I'm not. Listen to me good. And that's another thing. If you're going to fast forward on my videos, stop fast forwarding on the parts that you missed what I said, and then you come back in the comments, and then you take it the wrong way thinking I'm saying something else, because you have fast forwarded the video and missed out what I said long before I even got to that. Okay, let me move on. That's why I'm at the part. Try to relax my mind, because I knew this is going to be a heated discussion for some people, not all. Now, getting back to talking about whipping your children. There are some kids when they grow up, okay, for instance, I'm going to use my own family. I'm going to have to use my own family because I can't speak for nobody else's family but mine. Everybody's family is totally different. Get that, y'all. Everybody's family is totally different. Everybody has a totally way how they handle things, okay? Some of us want to, and I'm going to say it. Yes, I am. I'm going to say it. Some of us want to try to raise our kids like our other brothers and sisters, our other cultures, other ethnic cultures. In other words, like what do they call them? Well, I'm just gonna say white people. I was trying to find a better word than that, because that sounds racist or whatever. Somebody might feel like it sounds racist, but I ain't got no other way to say it, because when y'all relate to us, y'all relate to us as black. So hey, there you go, black and white. Okay, so white people. Sometimes you cannot raise your child like white people raise their children. You know why you can't do that? And I know some of y'all probably saying, yes, you can, because I did it. Well, kudos to you again. You get a brownie cookie for it. Now, everybody is in a different environment. And now a lot of people might be saying, well, your environment shouldn't have nothing to do with how you raise your kids. Okay. All right. Since you're going to say that, let me put it to you like this. If you living in an environment where you live at, you got people selling drugs, okay? You got ran down houses, okay? You got people gang banging, all up through your neighborhood, okay? And your babies want to go outside and play, okay? You got some kids, parents are not the best of parents. Let me start with the parents, because everything begins with the parent, okay? All right, so you got these parents, and I'm going to make this quick, and I'm going to wrap this up as quick as I can, because like I said, I want to keep these things short, but I want to get in what I got to say. All right, so you got these parents, they gang bangers. Your parents are actually gang bangers. They drug dealers. Because believe it or not, y'all, truth is the truth. You got parents out here that are gang bangers. You got parents out here that out here dealing in dope. and they raising children. Okay, and when you dealing with parents that's raising kids in an environment where you gang banging, you selling dope, you stealing yourself, okay, they see all of that. They see all of that, right? Now you got the parent that's frustrated or how their life is going or how they living their life. They frustrated, right? So then the kid is frustrated too because they hear all these things and they saying all these things. So now, you know, they reacting to it. Some of them, okay, we're talking about kids that, now we're talking about kids, they like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. Now you got an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old, or you got a 13, 14-year-old kid, girl or boy, all right? Now, they're in this environment, so now they're going to high school now, right? And they see other kids, how other kids are reacting and whatnot and all that other stuff. Then all of a sudden, you know, they take on this attitude like, hey, I'm mad at the world. You know, I'm mad with the world, so now I'm just going to just lash out the way that I know how to lash out. And that lashing out can be acting up in school. Okay, that lashing out could be get smart with your parents at home. You know, you rebelling against your parents at home. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you just going to say, hey, now you could be one of these parents that say, hey, you know, I don't even care. Because you got some parents out here like, look, I used to work for the Division of Family Services. I worked with them for 10 years. It was called the Independent Living Program down here in St. Louis, okay? And we had kids ages 16 they're 20 years old, 16 to 20 years old, that was in the foster care system. My job was to teach them independent living skills, okay? And I'm going to make this real quick. Now, I had this one girl, you know, I gave her my personal number and everything. She was a teenage girl. I think this girl had to be, it's been so long ago. I think this girl, and I'm going to make it real quick, y'all. This girl had to be about 16 years old, right? She called me crying. You know why she was crying? Because she was living in a home with a parent, with a foster parent, did not care nothing about her, where she went, what time she left out, what time she came home, and she needed that sense of guidance. But she had a parent that did not care. She cried. She longed for that. The teenagers out here long for people to help them guide them, even though they might get a little smart with you and flip with the mouth and stuff like that. But you got kids out here that's looking for somebody to teach them and guide them, okay? All right. That's just an example right there. Okay, so getting back to what I was saying. I know I was getting off a little track, but I'm trying to get y'all to understand what I'm going with this when it comes down to disciplining your kid. Not to look down on those that take a belt or spanking or jack your teenage kids up, or even sometimes 9 and 10 years old. All right, getting back to the kids that's in these environments where you think that you can raise your kid like somebody else. Okay, now you got this kid, you know, this girl, this boy that's rebelling against you, getting smart with the mouth. Okay, you got a little 14, 13-year-old girl thinks she growner than you. She gonna tell you what she ain't gonna do and when she gonna do it, and she ain't got to listen to you. You know why she telling you all that? Because of the environment that she in. So what are you gonna do? Now you gonna be like the girl that I was talking about just a few seconds ago that don't care and they say, hey, do what you do, I don't care. Or you gonna be the parent this is gonna say, like I say to mine, when mine's starting to get a little flip with me with the mouth, which is Dayana. Hey, baby, you can't talk to me like that. I'm your granny. You got to respect your granny. I'm not gonna have that. I'm not gonna tolerate that. You never did that. Don't start, because that gonna get you jacked up. All right. So are you just gonna just say, hey, let it roll, don't do nothing? So what are you gonna do? After you get to talking to this child, okay, you let it slide the first time. You let that slide the first time. The second time, you let that slide the second. How many times are you going to let that slide? So what do you think a person is supposed to do as a parent? As a parent now, to a 13-year-old, 9, 10, 7, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kid that's getting smart with you in your house? What do you think you're supposed to do? Or you think you're just supposed to just let it slide and let them keep on doing it? Because after a while, baby, they're going to disrespect you all the way. They ain't going to have no respect for you. And before you look around, they're going to be trying to jump on you. So my question is this, y'all. What do you all think about disciplining your kids? Do you believe in disciplining them by spanking them? Or, like I said, jacking them up? Now, I already know, because y'all ain't got to tell me. I already know. I know a lot of y'all can say, well, I believe in talking to my kid. Well, honey, we all believe in talking to our children. We ain't talking about those that want to act nice, that's going to do everything you tell them. I'm talking about those, listen to me good, I'm talking about those that don't want to act nice, If they don't want to do what you tell them, I don't care if you take all their stuff from them. You take the games, you stop the allowances, you take the phones, you can't go outside, you can't go over your cousin's house, you can't go nowhere. And so the more you take them, the more they rebel. What are you supposed to do? Tell Sister Emma, because Sister Emma want to know. Because I already told you what Sister Emma do in her household. Okay, now my little grandson, have I had to whoop him? I wouldn't say I really had to whoop him, but I had to jack him up and let him know, because he kept playing with him. I kept telling him not to do it, right? So I had to say, hey son, now listen, Gammy and told you, don't do that no more. And like I tell all of my 3 grandkids, yeah, I'm using myself, because I'm not in nobody's household. I don't know how you raise your kid. And I know I can hear now somebody probably saying, well, if you got the mom and the dad, I don't care if you got the mom and the dad in the home. See, like I said, you got to listen to me real good. I'm talking for those kids that are rebellious. Because you got some kids are very rebellious and stubborn. They're going to do what they want to do. Okay? Now, was I a rebellious kid? I don't think I was. But as I look back in the way my daughter was growing up, you know, when you're growing up in the house, you know, I mean, some things you know that you've been smart about. Some things you know you was being smart. Now, there is one time I got smart with my mother. I really did. And my mother had to really chastise me. And I'm gonna end this video up there because I'm at 16 minutes. Okay. There's one time, my mom, me and my 3 sisters, we stayed at home. And I don't think we had school that day. Because other than that, when we got school, we in school. I don't think we had school. It might be on the weekend. It might have been on a Saturday. Anyway, she had us doing a lot of cleaning. The way I was raised in a Christian environment, okay, in the sanctified home. My mother was a pastor. She was an evangelist, right? Did my mother talk to us before she had to jack us up with what I call jacked up? Yes, she did. Numerous of times, okay? Now, this particular day, I don't know, we all must have been doing something. I don't know what it was, but I can't remember. But anyway, so we was all cleaning up, me and my 3 sisters, we all in the dining room, right? At this, like I said, my mother, she had us cleaning the woodwork, the baseboard on the floor, right? She had us all on our knees, but our own individual buckets. We had to clean the baseboards on the floor and in the dining room, all through the house on the first floor. So we had the front room and the dining room, the hall and the kitchen and the bathroom. So we had to clean all the woodworks and stuff, right? So she was talking and everything, and then she mentioned my name. She said, and Emma, blah, 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 blah. I can't tell you everything she said because it was so long ago. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, what? I said, I know she ain't talking about me. See, being smart with the mouth. Being smart. Okay, being smart. And my sister, my older sister, she said, Emma, be quiet, be quiet. Don't say nothing, girl. That's mama. Be quiet. I said, no, me being smart. Think I'm grown. I think I was about 14 years old. Think I'm grown, right? She ain't gonna be talking about me like that. So my mother heard me in there talking with my sister, right? So she said, Miss Emma, you come on in the kitchen. So I come on in the kitchen. She, you know, blah, blah, blah. She talking to me and everything. So she got up, because at that time, my mother was sitting in the kitchen. She was reading her Bible, doing her Sunday school lesson. This is real talk. She put her legs down off that chair, honey. She got up, and I was standing against the wall. And she walked straight up to me, and she said, you whatever I say that you are. If I said that you was a 4-eyed monkey, that's what you are, right? And I said, me being grown at 14 now, trying to be grown, bursting up against my mother. I'm trying to get y'all to see how some kids, what are you going to do when your child act like that? What are you going to do when you're 13 to 14 or even 9 to 10 years old act like that? Now, for those that don't have no kids act like that, hey, baby, kudos to you. Hey, you like I said, you get a brownie cookie for it. So me, being a little 14, little smart mouth little girl, right? I'm like, my name is Emma, blah, 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 blah. You know, and I ain't no 4-eyed monkey. You know what my mother did? And she did absolutely right. She did absolutely, because I was smelling myself. She slapped me straight up in my face and my glasses flew underneath the table. Sure did, baby. It taught me a whole lot. So then she asked me again. Me being grown, thinking I'm like she my equal. My parents are not my equal at no 13, 14 years old. Okay? Your parents, you are not equal to your parents. You ain't even equal to your parents at no time. You know why? Because you'll never be your parents' age at the same time. You'll never be that. I will never be 80 years old. My mother's 80. You know how old I am? I'm 55. I will never be 80 at the same time my mother be 80. So therefore, she's due the respect. She's due the honor. And a little snotty nose little 14-year-old girl, Emma, which is me, gonna get smart with her. She had every right to slap me up in my face. Now, she could have went it a different way. She could have. She could have just said, oh, Emma, now listen, don't get smart with me. Now, that I'm not gonna have. That I'm not gonna tolerate from you, Emma. Don't you dare get smart with me. Now, next time I say something to you, you don't like, you keep your mouth shut. Don't you think my mother did all that to Miss Emma? Oh, yeah, baby, she did all of that. But no, being grown. So I made that a point to y'all to say this. You know, all kids are all different. Did my other two sisters, you know, say little smart stuff? Yes, they did. But did they say it where she can hear it? No, maybe sometimes, I don't know. But what I'm saying is this. So don't always point the finger at people that discipline their children. Okay. You know, because all kids are not the same. You have to raise them accordingly. That's why you see these young people, and I have seen it with my own eyes. I ain't just talking about what I hear. I ain't talking about what I seen on Facebook. I'm talking about what I've seen with my own eyes. I've seen teenage kids talk smart to their parents. I've seen teenage kids talk smart to the grandparents. You had to be the grandparent. Okay? That's not cool. That's not hot. You know, so y'all tell me what y'all think about this discussion about what do you think about discipline your children. Do you believe in disciplining your children? Meaning as in, do you believe in spanking your kids? Okay, I know a lot of y'all gonna say, well, I talk to my kid first. Well, like I said, honey, we all talk to our kids first. Well, at least I do. I talk to mine first. And I give them fair chance of warnings long before I have to take them by the collar. That's what I mean, y'all, when I say jack them up. Take them up by their collar with their clothes and say, listen, don't let Gammy have to hurt you, because you know I hurt you, right? Now, I ain't told you. Okay? I'm not going to keep telling you what to do. You already know what to do. And it's stomping around because you mad, because you don't want to sweep and clean and mop. You don't want to take out trash. You stomping and stuff, snatching stuff up. When I'm paying the bills for you, you sucking up all my air. I got to buy toilet paper, mouthwash, toothpaste, soap, everything for you, and you got a nerve to get smart with me because I told you to get a broom, because I told you to get a dust rag and dust the furniture out? Absolutely not. Sister Emma ain't having it. No, I'm not having it. Not like I said, everybody's kids is totally different. All right, y'all, let me go and get off because I'm at 21 minutes, because I can keep going and going and going. So I'm very eager to see how you all handle y'all situation when it comes down to your kids or your grandkids. What do you do? The question is, do you believe in discipline your children with a spanking or chastisement, jacking them up? When I mean like yanking them up by the collar, okay? We ain't talking about punching nobody in no face. I have never punched none of my kids, my daughter or my grandkids. I've never did that. I have never punched anybody in the face. I've never punched none of my grandkids in their chest. I've never did any of that. I have never, ever did that. And you can ask either one. Have them ever punched y'all in the face? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But have I whooped they behind? Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have. Why have I whooped they behind? Because I told you over and over to do what I said, but you want to be smart. You think you're supposed to move on your own time. Have I taken things from them? Phones and all this electronic stuff, and you can't go nowhere and stop their line? Sister Emma did all that, honey. Only time Sister Emma had to put my hands on my grandkids and my daughter is when they came back being smart with the mouth, and I told them, ain't no back talking with me. Now, I don't know how nobody else do it, but ain't no getting smart. You don't get smart. You don't talk to me like I'm on your level, like I'm 16, like I'm 9, like I'm 14 years old. You can't come on my level like that. And the more I tell you not to do it and you continue to do it, hey, I don't know what else to tell nobody. So anyway, so y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this, all right? Until next time, everybody, smooches to everybody, and I'll see everybody. I'm gonna show my face now. Cause I got kind of heated, see. When I get heated, I get all red in the face and I started crying and stuff. Yeah. But anyway, so until next time, everybody, I'll see everybody on the next vlog. Leave a comment down there at the bottom for me, okay? All right, y'all. Until next time, smooches to everybody. All right, y'all, bye.